everyone, my name is Shilpa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about Adho Mukha Svanasana, that is downward facing dog. Now this pose is the most commonly used pose. In every yoga class or in any sequence you'll find this pose. This pose is also part of the most famous sequence in yoga, that is sun salutations. This pose is supposed to be used as a calming or relaxing pose, but many people find it very difficult to get into the pose correctly. There are many benefits of this pose. Number one, it calms the brain and reduces the fatigue. Number two, it stretches your shoulders, hamstrings, calves and hands. Number three, it's full body strengthener. When you'll go in the pose, you'll understand that you're actually stretching your body from the toes all the way to your fingertips. So the entire body gets nicely stretched. Number four, it helps to reduce the symptoms of menopause, premenopause, as well as the menstrual discomfort when it is done with a support, head support, which we will discuss later on. And number five, it is also therapeutic for high blood pressure, flat feet, sciatica. However, there are a few contraindications of this pose. If you have a carpal tunnel syndrome, or if you are in the later stage of pregnancy and you have not done yoga before, you should be avoiding this pose. As always, before starting any new routine, make sure you talk to your physician or healthcare provider. So let's begin and see how to do this pose correctly. Before actually going into the pose, I would like to show a little bit of warm-up or a preparatory pose. So this is called cat and cow stretch. First come in a tabletop kind of a pose. Your belly is tucked in, your back is neutral. As you inhale, look up and arch your back. And exhale, round the back. As you inhale, bring your chest between your hands and look up, arch. And as you exhale, bring your head between your arms and round the back. So you can do this couple of times to just allow your back to get really warmed up, and then come back to the neutral back position. Curl your toes in and then press back to this pose, which is called downward facing dog. So that way this pose looks pretty simple, but a lot is going on, starting from your hands. So your palms should be really wide open, fingers are wide open. Bring your thumbs as wide as possible from the index finger. And then stretch your arms first. So don't start with stretching your legs. You can keep your legs bent initially if you need to. Keep your arms straight. Your shoulders should be away from your ears. So roll them down. Allow the back to straighten up here. And then push your belly towards your thighs. And then start straightening your legs. Keep breathing always. Don't hold your breath. In and out through your nose. And then if you can, press your right knee into the ground, keeping the left knee still bent. And then you can straighten the left leg as well, pushing both heels into the ground. Pull your belly in and your hips go as high as possible. And when you want to come out of the pose, release back to the tabletop and come back to the seated pose. Now this pose, some people find it difficult because they have tight hamstrings. So you can do it with bent leg options like this or like this. And you can walk into this pose to get a really good hamstring stretch. So one heel down while the other knee is bent, and alternatingly doing it on the other side. So this way you'll be able to extend the flexibility of your hamstrings. Coming to the supported pose. So as I said, if you have headaches, These blocks are really good. You should have them because using props is not a bad thing. It is really good in yoga particularly. So keep the blocks in front of you and then go into the pose. Adjust your legs as much as you want and then rest your head here. This works both ways. Number one, you can allow your shoulders to come away from your ear because there is a block which is supporting your head. And you can extend your legs and get a nice stretch. Instead of block, you can also use a bolster. If you want to, however, on the other spectrum, want to deepen the pose, you can go into the pose and then raise your leg up. This is called three-legged dog. If your heel comes up, that's fine. You can stay there or you can press your heel down. So this is also a great full body strengthener. You can repeat that on the other side as well. One more way of using the downward facing dog to really challenge yourself is a twist. So take your left hand and go ahead and grab the right ankle. It's kind of a twist which is added to the downward facing dog. Any twist you do, you can repeat it on the side. Any twist you do, it's going to really help in your digestion and overall flexibility. And release your legs down and come down. It's a very good idea after downward facing dog to go into the child's pose, which is like a compensatory pose. So join your toes together, open your knees as wide as possible and then relax in the middle. Again, one of these blocks can be really helpful if you're not that flexible, to release your head here and allow the back to get good stretch and relax. So this was downward facing dog. Try it at home. Let me know how it feels. Let me know if you could reach the final stage or you had to take time to work your way through it. And make sure you hit that like button if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification icon as well. A lot of content relating to midlife of women as well as men will be shared on this channel. So share it with your friends, your mother, your father, your sister, brother, anyone who can benefit from this video. Thank you so much. Namaste.